This is the sound of the savanna as the water disappears. In this place, the drought does not arrive with a sudden fury. It is a slow, creeping siege, stealing the green from the land, baking the earth hard as rock, weakening bodies and shortening the time left. Little by little, the savanna ceases to be a home and becomes an arena of pure endurance. Out here, there is no middle ground. You either adapt or you perish. In many parts of Africa, the rainy season can fail for months, sometimes for years on end. When that happens, the rivers that once snaked across the plains turn into corridors of dust. The lakes shrink with each passing day, until only isolated pools are left, fought over by hundreds of animals. Water, once the center of all life, becomes the scarcest resource and the most dangerous place on the savanna. Where there is water, there are large concentrations of animals. And where animals are concentrated, there is conflict, disease, and death. The elephants, the largest land animals alive, face a particularly cruel challenge. A single adult elephant can consume over 150 liters of water a day. During a drought, that necessity becomes a death sentence. The herds travel for tens, sometimes hundreds of kilometers, in search of water. The march is slow, constant, and devastating for the most vulnerable. The young cannot endure long days under the blazing sun. It's extreme. The older elephants, with their teeth worn down, can no longer grind the scarce vegetation, the dry plant life that's available. They simply fall by the wayside. Others get trapped in dried-up riverbeds as they attempt to dig makeshift wells with their tusks. Entire herds have been observed, circling the bodies of their fallen. touching them repeatedly, as if refusing to accept the loss. The drought doesn't just kill the body. It shatters social structures, built over decades. When drought takes hold of the savannah, it is not the weakest that fall first. It is those that rely on balance, on abundance, on consistency. A drought does not test brute strength. It tests resilience against collapse. Even the giants are beginning to fail. The lions, ultimate symbols of power, are among the first to feel the true impact. Of the lack of rain. It drastically reduces the herbivore populations, and hunting becomes increasingly difficult. Lions depend on large prey, on infrequent kills to maintain their body mass. Without these kills, the body begins to consume itself. Muscle mass dwindles, energy plummets, and every attempt to hunt turns into a dangerous gamble. A failed attack now costs more than just energy. It costs precious days of survival. The drought also splinters the prides. The lionesses, who handle most of the hunting, are left exhausted. The cubs go hungry. Weakened dominant males lose their territory to rivals just as hungry. Conflicts escalate, but victory no longer guarantees food. In extreme times, lions resort to cannibalism, attacking members of their own pride or abandoning cubs who can't keep up. The king of the savannah is not dethroned by another predator. He is defeated by scarcity itself. Meanwhile, down at ground level, another survivor moves through the cracks and dust. The warthog. Ugly, underestimated, and extremely resilient. Unlike more selective herbivores, the warthog is a complete opportunist. It eats deep roots, buried bulbs, insects, carrion, and pretty much any organic matter available. When the surface dies, it digs. Its physiology allows it to endure intense heat and long periods of scarcity. Even when weakened, it remains active. Where other animals abandon their territory, the warthog remains. It doesn't depend on the savanna in its prime. It survives on what's left behind. During a severe drought, temperatures can easily surpass 40 degrees Celsius. The midday sun doesn't just warm, it punishes. Evaporation accelerates. The plant life dries out before its cycle is complete, and the grass, the foundation of the great herbivore's diet, rapidly loses its nutritional value, incredibly fast. Even when grass is still visible, it provides no sustenance. The animals continue to eat, yet they keep getting thinner. It is a silent starvation, gradual and unforgiving. The drought also upends the natural order of the savanna. Animals that would typically avoid certain territories are now forced to take the risk. Treks stretching for tens, sometimes hundreds of kilometers, become a daily routine in the search for water. Ancient pathways are used once more. Perilous routes are crossed. And the young, unable to keep pace, are left behind. With every step, their energy consumption increases. While the chance to refuel is simply not there. As water becomes scarce, new unseen enemies emerge. The watering holes, now contaminated, become breeding grounds for bacteria, parasites, and toxins. The weakened animals drink from them anyway. Because the alternative is certain death. Many will not survive, days later. They fall victim to infection, organ failure, or severe dehydration. The body begins to fail from the inside out. First, the muscles waste away. Then the organs begin to shut down. There is no sound. There is no struggle. Just exhaustion. Meanwhile, the wildebeest, known for their epic migrations, face what might be the quietest fate of all. The drought throws ancient roots into chaos. Rivers dry up far sooner than expected. The grasslands are vanishing. Thousands upon thousands of them. Keep pushing forward. Guided by instinct. Even when there's nothing left ahead. Many simply die on their feet, utterly spent. Others collapse near contaminated pools. Where the water is thick with lethal bacteria. During severe droughts, the death toll can reach tens of thousands in just one season. The cruelest part is that the majority of these deaths don't happen because of an attack. There is no fight. There is no chase. There is only exhaustion. The body slowly shutting down. The savanna fills with bodies that were never hunted. They were overcome by the environment itself. And every animal that falls leaves something behind. An empty space, a still body. A resource that changes hands. Zebras feel this collapse, directly and relentlessly. Dependent on vast grasslands, they are quickly losing their main food source. The dry grass offers little nutritional value and grinds down their teeth. Without enough energy, their bodies grow thin, their immunity drops, and opportunistic diseases take hold. It spreads with ease. Day after day, without a drop of rain, the zebra grows slower. And out on the savanna, slowness is a death sentence. And where death accumulates, someone stands to gain. For most animals, the drought is a nightmare. But for the crocodile, it's the ideal scenario. The drought doesn't weaken the crocodile. It arranges the environment to its advantage. With less water available, The herbivores are forced to visit the very same spots again and again. Trails begin to form. Schedules become routine. Predictability increases. And the crocodile is a predator that depends on that very thing. Routine carelessness and proximity. Unlike other active hunters, the crocodile uses very little energy. Its metabolism is slow, efficient, and cruelly economical. It can go for months without feeding, waiting for just the right moment. While other predators grow weak, the crocodile remains motionless, buried in the mud. With only its eyes and nostrils exposed, making it practically invisible in the murky water. The drought also closes off escape routes. In full-flowing rivers, a prey animal can escape to deeper or wider sections of water. But during these dry spells, there are no such options. The banks are left exposed, slippery and narrow. One false move is all it takes. A single moment of distraction is all it takes. And when the strike comes, it's final. The animals, weakened by hunger and dehydration, have slower reflexes, less strength to fight back, and a slimmer chance of escape. The famous crocodile explosion. That sudden lunge from the water becomes even more efficient. The drought doesn't just make the hunt easier, it wears down the victim's defenses. Another crucial factor is the concentration of carcasses. Many animals perish near the water's edge. Either from sheer exhaustion or from diseases brought on by drinking the contaminated water. For the crocodile, that translates to an easy meal. It doesn't have to rely on hunting alone. It profits from the accumulated death. carrion, scraps and entire bodies, become part of its menu during the dry season. A little-known fact. During extreme periods, crocodiles can dig deep burrows into the mud, creating damp shelters called burrows. These havens keep their bodies hydrated and shielded from the intense heat, allowing them to survive, even when the surface appears completely lifeless. As the savanna cracks apart, the crocodile waits, buried, untouched. In the harsh logic of the drought, the crocodile does not run. It does not migrate. It does not compete. It simply endures. And the more the savanna suffers, the more efficient he becomes. While the lions grow thin, he grows fat. While the herds fall apart, he grows stronger. While the water vanishes, he controls what is left. And when the drought reaches its peak, the savanna takes on a new sound. It's not the roar of a predator. It's not the call of a herd. It's the heavy beat of wings. The vultures don't announce their arrival. They just appear. The first one perches in the distance. And then another. In minutes, there are dozens. Before long, the sky fills with silent circles, tracing slow spirals above a single spot on the ground. Where death is, they know. The drought sets the perfect stage for this frenzy. The carcasses pile up. Weakened animals die near pools of water, along trails, in isolated shade. They no longer have the strength to move on. And when a body falls, it's not hidden by thick vegetation or deep mud. The dry savanna exposes everything. Death becomes visible from miles away. Vultures are masters at locating the end. Some species detect carrion just by observing the behavior of other. Vultures in the sky. A single individual descending is enough to attract dozens. In a matter of minutes, the ground becomes a battlefield. Gaunt bodies, feathers flare open, necks buried deep, diving again and again into the flesh. The silence is shattered by the crunch of bone. Raspy squawks and the sound of tearing. There is no ceremony. No waiting. No respect. The drought won't allow it. It's brutal because time is short. The heat speeds up decay. Insects arrive swiftly. Other predators could be closing in. So the vultures do what they do best. Consume everything quickly. Nothing is wasted. An animal that may have taken months to die can vanish in a matter of hours. Reduced to clean-picked bones and parched hide. And there is something profoundly unsettling about this scene. The swarming mass of vultures forms a living circle around death. They shove. They climb over one another. Flaring their wings to intimidate rivals. Some will literally walk across the carcass while they feed. Others wait on the periphery, patiently, knowing their turn will come. It is a form of organized chaos, fueled by hunger and opportunity. The drought makes this spectacle all the more common. The more animals that fall, the more frequent these gatherings become. The sky over the dry savanna fills with dark silhouettes, circling slowly, their eyes always scanning the ground below. For anyone watching from a distance, vultures themselves don't pose a direct threat. But out here on the savanna, they're an unmistakable sign. Something has died here. And it's not uncommon for the vultures to arrive, even before death is complete. Animals that are extremely weak, unable to move, draw their attention. The end is approaching, not with violence, but with patience. The very presence of these birds is a silent omen of what is about to unfold. However, not all creatures succumb when drought takes hold of the savanna. In the midst of this collapse, there are animals that don't depend on abundance, but on extreme adaptation. They don't just face the drought, they were shaped by it. While others grow weak, these ones endure, silent, efficient, and relentlessly prepared. The oryx is perhaps the greatest symbol of this resilience. An inhabitant of arid and semi-arid regions, it has a body designed to survive, where almost nothing else can. Its metabolism is able to drastically reduce water loss, allowing it to go for days, sometimes even weeks, without a drink. The oryx extracts moisture from the very same dry plants it consumes, even when those plants appear to be dead. What's even more impressive is its ability to regulate its body temperature. While most mammals need to keep their bodies near 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. The oryx allows its temperature to rise during the day, preventing any loss of water from sweat. After dark, when the air finally cools, its body releases the built-up heat. On the savanna, on the brink of collapse, it doesn't fight the climate, it adapts to it. And then you have the meerkats. They're small and seemingly fragile at first glance, but they are incredibly efficient. Living in highly organized groups, they face the drought with cooperation and strategy. Their vast network of underground tunnels offers a cool refuge from the extreme heat. Dramatically cutting down on water and energy loss. While the surface above bakes in the sun, the world below offers protection. Meerkats also get most of the water they need from their food, which consists of insects, larvae, and other small vertebrates. They hardly ever need to drink. What's more, their constant watchfulness minimizes any unnecessary risks. Every single movement is calculated. Every trip out from the burrow has a distinct purpose. In an environment like this, where any waste of energy could be fatal, efficiency is the key to survival. These animals aren't exactly thriving, but they are enduring. They don't dominate the savannah. They withstand it. So while the giants of this land begin to fall and a silence settles over the landscape, these masters of survival keep on going. They are proof that, out here on the savannah, size and strength guarantee absolutely nothing. What matters is who can live with less. But every struggle leaves its mark. Drought is not an isolated event on the African savannah. It's a mechanism. A process that repeats itself. One that adjusts populations. Redefines territories. And decides who remains and who vanishes. Nothing that happens out here is wasted. Nothing is random. The bodies that fall feed other bodies. The water that disappears concentrates the life that remains. The suffering of some sustains the survival of others. A truth that cannot be ignored. Strength doesn't guarantee permanence. size doesn't ensure a future. Dominance doesn't mean survival. On the African savanna, survival means knowing when to move forward, when to wait, and when to accept the end. If you've made it this far, leave a like on the video, comment what you thought, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. And until next time.